Okay, hello class, how are you? Now we are on the quarter 3 module 4 in English. Our topic is analyzing literature. Okay, we have here a literature. It's time to listen. It's an interview with a Korean American on cultural differences. One day, there is a teenager who recently moved to the United States, so she has an excellent perspective for understanding the differences and similarities between these countries. The name is Bagley. This is Ben Bagley, and I'm going to interview Teresa Han about Korea. Could you introduce yourself, Han? My name is Teresa Han. I'm from South Korea. I'm 18 years old, and I'm a freshman in college. Bagley, how long have you lived in America, Han? I think it's a little bit less than 3 years. Bagley, where did you live in Korea? Han, I live in Pyeongtaek. It's right below Osan, where the American Air Force is located. Bagley, what were the people like where you live? Han, they're really busy. Fathers go to their work, mothers, if they have a job, they go to their work, and students go to school. So they don't have enough time to communicate with each other, like time to spend together, because most students come home like 10 p.m., 11 p.m. Bagley, what do you do with your friends? Han, we mostly go to each other's house, rent a movie or something, watch it, and do homework usually because we have a whole bunch of homework. On the weekend, we would go downtown. It's kind of like shopping mall street. There are small restaurants, small clothes shops, and all of stuff. It was middle paper. Came home 7 p.m., but some students stay longer, like 10 p.m. if you're a senior and about to go to college, because there's kind of like parents and teachers think their kids go to students should go to college, like have to go to college. They're gonna pressure them to study a lot, so when you're senior you start to study a lot and you don't sleep that much. Usually I think some people sleep 3 or 4 hours per day and just study. No free time. Okay, this is a literary analysis, and a genre that is similar to an argument. You make a claim about the work and support your claim with evidence from the text. Okay, what is the analysis that you're going to do? This is the interpretation of the work, which should be valid, reasonable, and logical. Now, again, it should be valid, reasonable, and logical. What is a literature class? It's a body of written works. The name has traditionally been applied to those imaginative works of poetry and prose distinguished by the intentions of their authors. Okay, it's a written work and there is the author. And perceived aesthetic excellence of their execution. Literature may be classified according to a variety of systems including language, national origin, historical period, genre, and subject matter. Gives us an insight how people coexist and have shared values to other generation. Okay, the different experiences, cultures, and traditions is in the literature of. Okay, now, what do you mean by heritage? A person's unique inherited sense of family identity, values, tradition, culture, and artifacts. And it is handed down to generation. Nung una pang panahon hanggang ngayon. Okay. Those are observed experiences that make our family unique. Types of heritage. Tangible cultural heritage. Physical artifacts maintained and transmitted intergeneration in a society. It includes artistic creations, okay, monuments, and other physical or tangible products of human creativity. Okay, this is the tangible cultural heritage. The intangible cultural heritage are the practices, representation, expression of knowledge, skills, and everything that we have, objects, artifacts, and cultural spaces, okay, as part of the cultural heritage. The following are some thoughts. How will you analyze literary text? First, the plot. What do you mean by plot? The sequence of event in a story. What happens first, what happens next, and so on, and the ending. That is the expository introduction, rising action, climax, okay, falling action, and resolution. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First thing, introduction. 2, rising action. 3, climax, the most awaited event. 4, falling action. What happens after the most awaited event or yung nangyari sa kontrabida and bida? Yung pinakihintay yung pangyayari. For the translation, excuse me, and then the resolution. What is the ending? Is it open-ended, tragic, happy ending, happily ever after? Okay, this is the triangle. Exposition, starting, rising action, and then the climax, the most awaited event, the falling action, and the resolution. Look at the triangle. Okay. There are some things that should be taken into consideration. The conflict, the external, outside of the force that you may think, and the time. When did it happen? Past, present, future. Okay. Now the characters, the villain and the villain. Okay. Example, protagonist. What do you mean by protagonist? Bida. Antagonist, kontra, bida. And yung mga assistants. Okay. Yun yung mga characters. Again, what are the plots? Those are the ABCD 1, 2, 3, sunod-sunod na pangyayari. Characters, tauhan, okay. Bida and kontrabida, protagonist and antagonist, so that you will understand more. Setting, place, where did it happen? Time, kailan ito nangyari? Okay, do you understand the setting? Time and place. Okay, point of view, first person point of view, second person point of view, third person point of view. What do you mean by point of view? How you view or how do you understand the literary or the movie that you viewed or anything that you have read? How do you understand it? First person point of view, ikaw yon. First person. Anong pagkakaintindi mo? First person point of view. Second person point of view, siya. Yung kasama mo. Ano ang pagkakaintindi niya sa kanyang binasa or pinanood? Second person point of view yon. Third person point of view, sila. Sila, ano ang kanilang naintindihan sa literary text or binasa or pinanood? Sila ay ang third person point of view. Again, first person point of view, ikaw. Second person point of view, sila, siya. Third person point of view, sila. Okay, 1, 2, 3, yun. 1, ikaw, 2, siya, 3, sila. Okay, that is the point of view. For you to understand well what are these in the module, I am translating so that you should understand it. Excuse me. But then these are the ways that you can understand the ways to analyze literary text. Number 1, plot. Pagkakasunod-sunod ng pangyayari. This is the plot. Okay. Then, the character, tauhan, and then the point of view. Paano nyo naunawaan yung literary text? Okay. Kung hindi ko to gagawin yung video na ito, ay hindi nyo maintindihan ang mga pinagsasabi dito sa module natin. So, you should understand. Okay. Now, we have the Alibaba. Okay. And the 40 Thieves. Meron ito sa cartoon. Pakipanood na lang kung tamad kayong basahin. But then you should read it. The Alibaba and the 40 Thieves, about the princess and the 40 thieves. Okay, this is a very good movie. Please view this. And of course, we will have the story review. The plot, pagkakasunod-sunod na pangyayari, character, sino ang mga bida, and the kontra-bida, antagonist and the protagonist. Setting, where did it happen? What is the problem, the climax, and the solution? Okay, the princess and the 40 thieves, Alibaba and the 40 thieves. Okay, thank you very much. Have a nice day. Answer this module well.